Hello, lads and lasses. Hey, if you like today's lesson, then please paint the phrase "I heart art" on the ceiling of people's bedrooms, as it will be the first thing they see when they wake up. This would really help spread the good word about my class. All right, today I'm going to show you guys how to blend with tempera paint. All right, today I'm going to show you how to blend your colors of paint. So I'm going to be using toned paper. And there we go, toned paper. The reason why is that I'll be using white paint, and white paint on white paper just it really doesn't show up. And the paper that I'm using is 80-pound paper, so it'll hold up to uh, uh, paint well. So I have torn out a piece right here. So let me get this piece of paper, and so I'm going to do two quick demos. I'm just going to draw a couple of rectangles. This is going to go from white to gray. And I'll do another demo doing yellow to green. There we go, green. All right, so I have poured white and black onto my palette, and I'm going to do a couple of things. First is I need to make a medium gray and a light gray before I even paint it on the paper. So I'm going to put a lot of, and I'm going to need a lot of paint. Well, not a lot, but all right. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to put a lot of paint, a lot of white over here. And that'll be the rest of my paint right there. So I'm going to make a light gray and a medium gray on my palette. So let's bring our camera down and let's move it over here so we can see what is going on. So my arms don't, or my hands don't get in the way here. All right. So I washed off my brush and I'm getting the extra water off the brush. So I'm going to take just a little bit of gray and add it to, or a little bit of black and add it to this white over here, and we'll see what it makes. All right, that's too light. So, oh yes, I am going to need, all right, so I have a white and a light gray. So here's how we're going to do this. Let's put this right here. All right, and all right, so here is how we're going to do this. You have to work quick on this. So I'm going to make a little area of white right here. And I have to go quick, all right, because this works only when the paint is wet. And very quickly, I'm going to wash off my brush, and I'm going to do an area right here of light gray. All right. Now, because I'm going to blend, I do not want a sharp edge between the white and the light gray. All right, so what I've done is I've washed off my brush, and I have a what I call a naked brush. All right, there's no paint on it, there's no water on it. It's a slightly damp brush, and I am just barely touching the tip of the brush to the paint, and I'm just rubbing back and forth. And there we go. We have a blend from white to light gray. All right, so now I need to make a darker gray. So I took some of that light gray and I put it here, and I'm going to add some black to it. All right, so I've made a darker gray right here. So I have my white, light gray, and darker gray, medium gray. So, and then I'm going to put some more of my light gray right here. And I'm going to put my medium gray right here, right up against it. And do you see how there this sharp edge between one gray and another? Let's see what happens when I do this. Nope. Turn the light back on. All right, so there's my light gray, there's my medium gray. I'm going to blend the two. So I have a naked brush. So I've wiped off my brush. There's not dripping with water. It is a damp brush, no paint, naked brush. All right. So I gently rub the tip of the brush between the two colors while they are still wet. This does not work after they dry. So you have to work quick when you are blending your paints. And I do not want to see a sudden change between one color and another. It's supposed to be a subtle change. All right, that looks pretty good. And so now I can finish out the rest of this down here. While it's still wet up here, there's some blending I still need to do. Just very gently rubbing back and forth. All right, so we can do this without the glare. Right there. Okay, so that it's a soft change from from white to light gray, and then it makes a soft change from light gray to medium gray. All right, that's how you do a blend. All right, now let's do the same thing with yellow to green. So before I start, I'm going to make a bunch of yellow-green. So we're going to put a bunch of yellow over here. Wash off my brush. All right. And then I'm going to add some green to that. And I have a pretty good yellow-green. All right, I'm going to put a bunch of yellow up here. And I have forgotten that yellow is a very transparent color. So we're going to see that tan paper coming through. I'm going to put yellow green down below that. And it also is very transparent. And while they are still wet, I'm going to rub between the colors with a naked brush. So no water, no paint, and I'm just going to rub between these two colors. So that they blend into each other. And maybe I should have done this one with white. All right. I'm going to make a little bit more yellow green down here. And put green. I'm going to put another load of yellow green down here for it to blend with. And then with a naked brush, rub between the colors. All right, so now I'm getting like another, so I've bumped that harsh line up a little bit. So I'm going to wash my brush off again and get a naked brush and then rub again between the colors, barely touching it. Going quick before this stuff dries. If it dries, this method does not work. And then lightly, gently up here. All right, so we have a slow change from yellow to yellow-green to green. Let's do a bit more blending down here. All right, that's it for today. And until next time, be a little art factory.